We just spent 6 weeks in Japan with our 1-year-old toddler. In this video, I'll share 12 tips on Japan travel with a toddler, as well as 2 surprising must-have items. This video is broken down into 3 sections: planning and packing while in Japan, and surprising must-have items. First, planning and packing. If you can, plan extra days for jet lag. The first several days of the trip, you'll just want to get your footing, while what seems like you just re-entered the newborn stage. Bring both a carrier and a stroller. While the stroller is often a backpack cart, having the option to switch back and forth makes everything smoother. We would usually carry him when we enter train stations. Just make sure you have a compact travel stroller. We use the Jules Air Plus. Leave the car seat at home. You can fully rely on trains. Not lugging around a huge item is one of the reasons we love traveling to Japan. Side note, car seats are not required in taxis because they're immune to accidents? I don't know. Use that how you will. Pack light toys. You don't need a lot and can find cheap toys in a lot of places. We had a Montessori board, which was great throughout the trip, but just picked up stuff along the way. Dress light and in layers. Until you get there, you'll be mostly inside, in the airport, on trains, and in warm train stations, so no need to make yourself sweat more than you have to. While you're in Japan, coin laundry exists. If you're traveling for more than a week, coin laundry washes and dries in an hour and auto dispenses detergent. These have been between 10 and 20 minutes from our hotels and are so useful to avoid overpacking. Rely on konbinis or convenience stores. Like I said, we'd buy onigiri for backup meals if he didn't like what the restaurant had, whole milk, and bread for the middle of the night. Go to drugstores. This is where you'll find all your baby's needs: diapers, wipes, and snacks. The ones we found ourselves going to a lot were Tsuraha, Sugi, and Matsumoto Kiyoshi. It'll be obvious when you find the section. Don't be like me and stare at the senior diapers and feminine section for an awkward amount of time. Akachan senbei or baby crackers. This is the equivalent of puffs in the US. Anytime you're going somewhere or waiting and your baby is about to lose their mind, take these out. Travel during naps. Try to push out a nap during a long Shinkansen ride and travel then. This was a late lesson that we didn't think of until we really wanted to enjoy riding in the grand class from Hakodate to Morioka and wanted a sleeping baby for us and those around. Plan one thing a day. So much can be derailed when you have a kid, but in fact, a lot of our favorite discoveries were unplanned, even when it was just 2 of us traveling. Travel as normal. There are so many beautiful temples, shrines, gardens, and open spaces. You don't need to compromise enjoying your trip and seeing beautiful sights. An example here is Meiji Jingu in Tokyo. It has a big and wide open path for your kid to run and a gorgeous sight, so you can see some culture and history. And lastly, our most surprising must-haves for the entire trip. The first one is painter's tape. This was one of our most important items, not only to tape their mouth shut, put it on buttons to avoid flight attendant having to be called every 5 seconds, covering lights, outlets, anything and everything. And a foldable high chair. Sometimes, pretty often, you'll be in a place that doesn't have a high chair, and when they do, it may not have straps, which for us is critical. This high chair went with us everywhere. Japan is incredibly baby-friendly, with clean bathrooms and changing tables everywhere, and so much easier than going to many other countries. And I can't recommend taking the plunge enough. Thanks for watching.